it in. So yeah, so I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully.
Cricket Katrina is posting Cricket's website and contact, so you can follow up on the recipes.
Okay, so Moselle told you about my raw food experience, and then in 2008, one of the speakers at my raw food potluck was a person speaking about essential oils. And so she held up an oil and said, this one was designed for ADD children. And I was taking my grandson on a plane trip for the first time. He was a little bit hyperactive. And so I bought that oil from her, and it worked amazingly. It was called Peace and Calming. And it's my favorite oil to this day. I use it every night when I go to bed, on my feet, on my wrists, to help me relax for falling asleep easily. And from there, I just started learning more and more about essential oils and found that they are just absolutely amazing. There is a difference in essential oils, Young Living essential oils. Oh, by the way, Katrina wrote on the picture on the flyer for this class that I was the founder of Young Living Essential Oils. No, I'm not the founder of Young Living Essential Oils. My name is Cricket Lott, not Cricket Lott Young. And Young Living Essential Oils was founded by Gary Young in 1993. So it is the oldest essential oil company in the US. They have farms all around the world now. That video or that audio that was reviewed earlier, he was early on in Gary's business. So, but it makes a difference how the oils are distilled, whether they're high pressure, high temperature. You don't want that. You want low temperature as possible, as low pressure as possible. And you don't want them distilled with chemicals or anything like that. So, and you want to know the source of the oils. What farm were they grown on? And so Young Living takes care of all of that for you with its seed to seal promise. So we're here to talk about what oils work for your brain. So first of all, of course, for your brain, you want all the things we just talked about, the general wellness, your diet. Make sure you're getting exercise to get the blood flowing through that brain. You sleep well so that your brain is rested. And of course, drinking lots of water, because your brain is mostly water. So let's talk about some specific brain disorders, about absent-mindedness. Clinical studies on the Ningxia Wolfberry, and that Ningxia Wolfberry is it's also called goji berries. So you've probably seen those in the health food store, heard a lot about them. Ningxia Wolfberries are grown in the Ningxia province of China, where there's never been pesticides, herbicides, weed killers, any of that kind of stuff on the bushes that grow the wolfberries. Clinical studies have shown anti-senility effects from the wolfberry. And clinical studies at Tufts University and the Department of Veteran Affairs Medical Center in Denver, Colorado, and Boston, Massachusetts found that high antioxidant foods like the wolfberry, spinach, blueberry, raspberry, that's just a few of the antioxidant foods, dramatically improve learning and cognition. So antioxidants are great for learning and cognition. In fact, oils themselves are a great antioxidant. And I don't know if you talked about this before or not, but the definition of an antioxidant is a cell that is able to give up one of its electrons to a free radical. So it neutralizes that free radical. And then the antioxidant is still stable itself. So even though it gives up an electron, it doesn't become a free radical. Essential oils are excellent as a free radical. So let's talk about oils for absent-mindedness. So peppermint, sacred frankincense, rosemary, clarity, brain power, genius. We're going to talk about some of those blends. Those last three are blends of oils. We're going to talk about those towards the end, but peppermint is great for energy levels, for just perking up your brain. I have this little, I don't know if you can still see me, but I have this little inhaler type thing, and I have peppermint in here. Some of you older ladies might remember the Vicks inhalers. So you just put the peppermint in there. You can put it in your palm and breathe it in. You can breathe it in from the bottle. It just peps you up. It helps keep you alert and awake. And I'm sorry, I can't remember who talked about the Gary Young audio, but she talked about crossing the blood-brain barrier. Frankincense and sacred frankincense are excellent at crossing the blood-brain barrier. And why is that important? Because those essential oil molecules then can get in your brain and help support the things that are that make your brain healthy. So okay, let's talk about Alzheimer's. Over 5.7 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's disease, according to the Alzheimer's Association. Alzheimer's was found to nearly double in subjects with high levels of homocysteine. That was in the Framingham study. The Framingham study is the longest running prospective of study of chronic disease in a population. So homocysteine is an amino acid, and vitamins B12, B6, and folate break down homocysteine to create other chemicals your body needs. So high homocysteine levels mean you may have a vitamins deficiency. And without treatment, elevated homocysteine increases your risk for dementia, heart disease, and stroke. And Young Living Super B supplement is an excellent supplement. It's a B complex. It has, we're going to talk about it a little bit more towards the end. There's also an excellent book called The End of Alzheimer's. And if you have someone in your life that is starting on this, or you want to prevent it, this book tells you how to get blood work done, what supplements to take based on the blood work, diet to follow, and all of that. This gentleman is reversing Alzheimer's in his patients. It's by Dale Bredesen, Bredesen. Dale Bredesen, if you can see that on the screen there. Is it backwards? No? Okay.
Maybe we can write it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. Also, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has concluded that the primary cause of Alzheimer's disease is probably not aluminum, although it could be a contributing factor in patients who are already at risk for the disease. So, but in spite of this, people are still being urged to get yearly flu shots, which contain aluminum. So make sure your deodorant doesn't have aluminum. You know, you're not eating things from aluminum. And helichrysum is an essential oil, and helichrysum supports neurotransmitter activity and has shown the possibility of chelating aluminum out of your system. So helichrysum is a good one for brain health. Okay, as a brain stimulant, black pepper, grapefruit, fennel, peppermint are all good essential oils. Black pepper is also great for if you have cold feet. Rub this on your feet when you go to bed at night, so it'll help your brain and it'll help your feet at the same time. Grapefruit is great as a additive to your drinking water to help you drink more water, and it'll stimulate your brain. Fennel is awesome as a digestive aid. Peppermint is also great as a digestive aid. It can, and it also protects against stresses and toxins in your brain cells. Peppermint does. So you can rub it on your shoulders, you can drop it on your head. And it also supports cooling in the summertime. So if you're working in the yard or taking a walk, if you put peppermint on your shoulders, on your ankles and your feet, or if you have one of those cloths, you know, that you get wet and then put around your neck, soak it in cool water with a couple drops of peppermint, and peppermint helps you cool down. Hiawatha has a great story about taking a peppermint bath in the wintertime and being freezing when she got out. So, okay, Dr. Richard Reston, a leading neurologist in Washington, D.C., said that maintaining normal synaptic firing would forestall many types of neurological deterioration in the body. And sacred frankincense, frankincense vitality are general cerebral stimulants. So you can drop that on your head. Frankincense vitality you can take internally or put in your roof of your mouth, and it'll go right up to your blood brain. Smell it, put it in a diffuser. It's a cerebral stimulant. Nutmeg is also a general cerebral stimulant, and it has adrenal cortex-like activity. And of course, it tastes good. It's nutmeg. It's just super concentrated. So put a drop in your smoothie or on your oatmeal, or you know, in your yogurt, in your plain yogurt, it would be excellent in there. So okay, and then just a general information here, because we're going to talk about some of these oils as we go along. Essential oils that are high in sesquiterpenes are known to cross the blood-brain barrier. And again, that's because they can access the brain directly for affecting change. So some of those oils are cedarwood, vetiver, patchouli, German chamomile, myrrh, melissa, sacred sandalwood, royal Hawaiian sandalwood. So when we look at the oils that Young Living puts in the blends, this will become important. And again, oils for support: peppermint, brain power, a blend, clarity, genius, common sense. And we're going to talk about these. First of all, brain power. We talked about peppermint a little bit. So that protects against the stresses and toxins and may improve mental concentration and memory. Brain power has these oils in them. So right off the top, these first four were mentioned in that oils that pass the blood-brain barrier. And brain power, this is brain power. You can just open the bottle and drop it on top of your head. It comes in dripper bottles, and just rub it in your hair. It's not greasy, so it's not going to affect your hair. It's just going to soak into and it just helps you with supporting concentration and mental acuity. It has Melissa, which is one of the highest frequency oils, blue stripe cypress, lavender, which is great for calming, helichrysum. We just talked about may chelate aluminum from your brain. So this is all in brain power. You can also put this in a diffuser and you'll breathe that in. So our nose, our sense of smell, is the only sense that we have, of our five senses, it's the only sense we have that is directly wired to the brain. Our touch, our hearing, our sight has to travel through nerves. Sorry, just a second. Has to travel through nerves to get to our brain, but our sense of smell goes straight up into your brain. If you look at a chart of the oral cavity and the head and stuff, you'll see that the amygdala is right above the nose. So anything you breathe in affects your brain practically immediately. Okay, clarity is another oil that's great for when you're maybe working on a presentation or giving a presentation or presenting on a Zoom call. Clarity has all of these oils in it. I mean, you just can't buy all these oils and mix them together yourself. They all come together in this one oil that's great for diffusing or putting on your brain and just giving you mental clarity to think through processes more. And then Genius, there's a line of oils called Kid Sense, which is specially formulated for children to use. And this has, I mean, look at the list of oils that are in this blend. So it comes in a 5 milliliter bottle, dripper bottle, or a 10 milliliter roll-on, and it's already mixed. So this sweet almond oil is a fatty oil. It's already mixed, so you can let your children use it without fear of having too strong of oils in it. So it's great while children work on schoolwork and projects. It's formulated specifically to meet the needs of children. This premium essential oil blend is soothing when used topically with massage and adds an excellent aroma to create productive, positive atmospheres. So if your children or grandchildren are doing homework, this is a good one to diffuse or roll it on the top of their head or their forehead or the back of their neck. Frankincense is grounding and calming. Cedarwood is calming. So it's excellent to diffuse to help you recenter and focus. Okay, anybody have questions so far? Okay. Okay, so
there is
know
a question.
Yeah.
This is coming from Julie to everyone. I have heard others put a drop, and you have to finish it, Julie, because it went away before I could finish reading it.
Okay.
Put it on the roof of your mouth to get to your brain. Do you do that?
The frankincense.
Yes. Yeah, that's an excellent thing to do. I love to do that, especially with peppermint for myself, which, you know, creates it's cooling and it instantly almost energizes you. So yeah, great point. That is really something you can do. Put it on a finger or thumb and put it in the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, and Cricket, before you're done, explain a little about the blood-brain barrier.
The blood-brain barrier keeps things out that shouldn't be in your brain. the toxins and that kind of thing that are too big to go through that barrier. But essential oils are such a tiny, small molecule, they can get into the brain and help clean out the things that do get through that shouldn't, and to create a healthy environment in your brain. Is that kind of what you were looking for,
Yes.
Mosa? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so here's some supplements that can help support a healthy brain. So mind-wise, this was Gary Young always formulated his products for a purpose, not just because it would produce a profit, but because there's a purpose to it. And mind-wise is for supporting brain health. So it's a combination of fruit juices and extracts. It has turmeric. It has premium essential oils like lemon, peppermint, fennel, anise, and lime. And it creates both brain and heart health. It has a generous portion of vitamin D3, which is also supports healthy brain function and overall cognitive and cardiovascular health. Okay, Omega Gize is our fish oil supplement. And even Hallelujah Acres, who's total plant-based, came out with promotion of fish oil as a needed supplement for vegans, because we need those omega-3s. Now, the problem with fish oil supplements is they can be rancid before they even get put in the little capsule to go out of the factory. So Young Living, first of all, they filter the fish oil to get out the mercury and the impurities. And then they put in essential oils that, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep it from going rancid, for stability. And it has also in this, it's called Omega Gize 3 because it has vitamin D3 in this one also, and CoQ10. So all of that supports normal brain function, normal heart, eye, and joint health. So this is a good all-around supplement for all of those systems. Then Super B, we talked about Super B for the homocysteine in your system. So this is a comprehensive vitamin supplement that has all 8 B vitamins in the correct proportions. It has bioavailable minerals to provide the energy you need to feel great on the go. And it has Origin FA, a natural folate source derived from lemon peels, and methylcobalamin, a source of B12 that's easy for your body to absorb. B vitamins are good all-around nervous system support. So if you feel stressed or anxious, B vitamins can support a healthier response to that. It's combined with nutmeg essential oil and bioavailable minerals such as magnesium, manganese, selenium, and zinc. So it supports healthy energy levels that support cardiovascular and cognitive function and eases everyday stress. And I personally do not take this supplement after lunch because I cannot sleep at night because of the energy level that it gives me. So take this during the day. Okay, CardioGize is a daily supplement formulated to support the cardiovascular system. And this one also has CoQ10, selenium, garlic, astragalus, dong quai, motherwort, and hawthorn berry. So, and then essential oils like angelica, cardamom, again, helichrysum, to promote a higher quality of life by supporting healthy heart, circulation, and vascular system. Then Olive Essentials is for healthy heart. It's like drinking a whole bottle of olive oil. The concentrate is in a capsule. So it has rosemary oil to support a healthy immune system, parsley vitality oils for internal cleansing. And remember, we talked about cleansing is an important part of brain health. So that's why I put this one in here. And then Ningxia Wolfberry. This is our juice drink. And Moselle, do you drink this every day?
Every day.
Yeah, every day. This is a whole body nutrient infusion. It's especially great for eye health and heart health, but it supports every system in the body. I just recently had my eyes examined, and my eye doctor told me that I have the strongest macula that she has ever seen in a patient. And I've been drinking Ningxia Red every day since 2008 when I joined Young Living. So it is, if you have macular degeneration in your family, this is a supplement you cannot afford to miss. And then Ningxia Nitro is specifically designed for cognitive fitness. And this is also a wolfberry drink, but it's in a little tube, kind of like the 5-Hour Energies are. It has D-ribose, Korean ginseng, green tea extract. So it increases cognitive alertness, it enhances mental fitness, and supports overall performance. So it's a pick-me-up, and it improves physical and mental performance and helps you be more focused. I like to take this around 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get me through the afternoon. So the references I use for this are the essential oil desk reference, which you can find on, I think now this is discoverlsp.com. And then the supplements desk reference is a smaller book that you can get on 31oils.com. And this supplements desk reference is amazing. There's a new one just out. And especially if you are a Young Living member, I would not be without this book. She goes into what time of day you should take it, what ingredients are in every supplement, different systems that can be supported by what supplements and oils. So it's a very comprehensive book for the supplements. And then if you are not yet a member of Young Living and want to get any products, you can contact